Good evening, everyone. Phil here, and welcome to the Daily Wrap for what was Thursday, the 19th of September, 2024. My first in a streak of 8 straight days that I will be streaming for you guys this week. Yeah, I know it's pretty insane with the schedule fluctuating as much as it is. I kind of explained it on the podcast, but in a nutshell, with my wife's work schedule, we were either going to have like a really short streaming week or a really long streaming week. And I was like, well, I guess we'll just do the long. It kind of makes more sense. You don't want to have a day off, like work 2-3 days and have another day off, and then everything's all screwed up. So that's why. So I came back today with a strong podcast. We had all kinds of stuff to talk about, including updates on interviews, updates on merchandise, updates on all kinds of gaming news. How about Nintendo suing the Pal World developers 8 months after the game's been out? How about a new hype system coming to YouTube, right? There's some interesting stuff there. And yes, at the end of the show, I actually reacted to Ethan Ralph, and you'll be the judge tonight. It's already in the podcast right now, but I split out the part, and I'm going to upload it as a highlight. You be the judge tonight what you think, okay? Anyway, after that, we jumped into Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2, and we actually finished up the campaign of the game, and then did an hour of the multiplayer, which is basically either PvE, where you team up with 2 other people and you fight against hordes of enemies in similar settings to the regular campaign, or you can play PvP. The PvE was pretty good, actually. The PvP was terrible. Terrible. So check it out. The videos are live. That's the end of my coverage of Space Marine 2, and overall, I really enjoyed my time with the game and learning all the lore from you guys. Tonight on the late stream was Marvel vs. Capcom 2 all night long in the MvC collection. Yes, I was actually able to get matches in the game all night long. Now, not all ranked. I tried ranked at first. It wouldn't work. So we went to the casual, and I played for like an hour casual. Then we went to ranked, and I was able to play like almost a full hour ranked. There were some close and good matches there. Overall, I completely dominated pretty much almost all the time. There was one guy who gave me a few problems, but I was basically kicking everyone's butt, even in ranked. And it was a fun time. Now, tomorrow on the podcast, I'm going to fully explain this, but I made a big decision tonight that on the fly, what I was going to do is change the way that my leaderboard and calculating, contributions is going to happen. I'm listening to your feedback. And again, I will explain all this in full on the podcast tomorrow. But from now on, we're going to have a King's Coffers goal that's going to include super chats and tips in it. It'll be for every stream. And basically, I will count everything there. The only thing I can't count is memberships, because people pay different things for memberships in different regions, and there's too much abuse of memberships with people using VPN, so there's no way you can ever know the value of a membership. But we absolutely can do the value of super chats and tips, so we've begun it. I said, since the King's streak basically ended, and it starts and it stops and it starts and it stops, instead of doing that, let's try to do a full goal, because the truth is, even the days when we didn't hit the King's streak, we had a lot of super chats and stuff, and that's not being counted towards it. So I think we should. I think starting now, because you guys have been so supportive to me over the last month and a half, we should start it anew in a different way, in a way that you guys have asked for all along. So I will fully explain tomorrow. You guys will see what I mean. I tried it tonight for the Marvel stream. It almost worked. Overall, we raised like $150, but it was very broken between tips and super chats. And a lot of people didn't know that we were doing that. Like, I kept explaining it over the night, and people were like, what? So I have to we have to make it a standard thing so everyone knows that this is the case, or else no one's going to understand. Everyone's going to be confused. So I'll do a full segment about it tomorrow. We'll see what people think, but this is based on your feedback. Everyone's always upset. They're like, why don't you have a top super chatter? Why don't super chats count towards it? Now we do. We have both. Okay? All right, so good night. Good stream today. Enjoy the gameplay. Tomorrow, it's going to be a fun level 1 podcast that will discuss things such as that new goal, as well as other things, game news and the like. And then tomorrow's day stream is going to be Astrobot. All right, we're going to continue on finishing World 3, going into World 4. Should be a good time. And then tomorrow night on the late stream, it is Street Fighter 6 returning. I'm just not sure who I want to use yet. I mean, I could use Bison. I could go back to Blanca, who I never finished the actual night with because I ended up playing that special challenge match against Noah the Prodigy. I could play Dalsum again, who I haven't in a while. So I'll think about it overnight, and I'll make a determination. And tomorrow it will be a fun Street Fighter stream on the late stream, okay? And with the new goals in place, let's see if we can actually get stuff going and get a King Streak going that makes more sense to combine the two. I think we have a higher chance of getting it going that way, okay? All right, everyone, thank you so very much. Please enjoy your evenings. Have a good one, and be safe, and I'll see you tomorrow for another full and fun day of gameplay here on DSP Gaming. Peace out, and have a good night.